Today, in this era of modern technology, new designs and innovations of existing technology have been used to improve our quality of life. Mankind now are surrounded by modern tools and gadgets which we cannot live without, such as computers and smartphones. These things are quite expensive in the beginning, but fortunately, these items are getting cheaper every day because of the industries manufacturing these items in high quantity. One of the best contribution of this modern technology was the implementation of tools and equipment of media and communication. No one can deny the fact that media is the most powerful tool of communication. In this modern world, people consider media as one of the most requirements that people can't dispense from it because media is everything and the world seems to be nothing without it. There are two types of media and each type has its own way to broadcast the informations. These two types are traditional and social media. Traditional media include radio, magazines, newspapers, and televisions. Social media is the process of the informational interchange wherein people exchange the informations, opinions, news everywhere in blogs, social networks, forums, and so on. The importance of social media is rising extremely, and there is no doubt that media is very important in our life. In this matter, tools and techniques used in media and communication was introduced. Those are digital data, digital imaging, digital audio, and video communication. Digital data is the data that represent other form of data using a specific machine language system that can be interpreted by various technologies. One of the biggest strengths of digital data is that all sorts of very complex analogy input can be represented with the binary system. This model of information capture has helped parties like business and government agencies to explore new frontiers of data collection and represent more impressive simulations through a digital interface. Disadvantage of digital data are sampling error and the detection of digital signal requires the communication system to be synchronized. Digital image or digital imaging is a representation of a new image as a set of numbers that can be stored and handled by a digital computer. In order to translate the image into numbers, it is divided into small areas called pixels. There are different types of images. Pixels, vector graphics, image, and lossless and lossy compression. Digital audio in the digital world. Numbers are used to represent a digital waveform. An audio signal is represented in digital memory with a binary code that stores a massive amount of numbers that are used to represent a signal. Digital audio advantages are: it has consistent playback. The preparation and programming required for creating digital audio do not demand a knowledge of music theory. It is not a device dependent. Also, digital audio can handle spoken dialogue. Digital audio disadvantages are: it won't work if you don't have enough RAM, hard disk space, CPU processing power, or bandwidth to process it. Also, digital audio files are bigger than MIDI files. Video communication is about enabling businesses to communicate fast and effectively because the technology allows users to host meetings online with multiple respondents regardless of geographical locations. As of now, more organizations are choosing video communication as their primary tool for communicating, since this technology can be accessed via smartphones, mobile devices, and desktops. Advantage of video communication are: reduce travel cost, enhance teamwork, improve communication, more flexible, and increase productivity. Disadvantage of video communication are: it can be harder to focus, time delay between responses, the technology can fail, and audio quality is poor. Everything has its pros and cons, and media tools and techniques is certainly no exception. While this technology has some drawback, its advantages are far outweigh the downsides. Living in the information technology era was very useful for nowadays society, since it creates many new opportunities in different fields of activity. But when the limits are crossed and the population does not control anymore those gadgets, there is a problem and can have serious consequences among the healthy development of the human beings. In conclusion, let's admit that these new technologies led human civilization to achieve a almost perfect life. However, we must need to utilize everything in wise perspectives and limited extents. Misuse of these modern tools can produce too much harmful consequences. Therefore, we must monitor the use and be responsible in our actions.